I'm all for beef. I'm all for competition, but I don't like everything else that comes with people fighting and guns and violence, and that's unfortunately where it goes to, and
some beefs are like that. Some beefs are really. So I don't even remember why me and Cassper are beefing. Do you know that?
I kind of remember.
I don't even remember.
It was so strange.
You get so deep into it.
Yeah.
You even forget why the fuck you're doing it in the first place.
But you just gotta
And
keep
it just
on with
accumulates,
it.
you know?
Yeah.
it spiraled into like one time there was a gun involved. Like one of his friends had a gun to my face, and then it got stupid.
That's a
man.
fucking beef.
Yeah.
That's a real fucking beef. What the bullshit?
It got really stupid.
That's Twitter fingers turning to trigger fingers.
Well, it's the way of Cassper
I
and them.
understand everything else. Nah.
Those guys.
But witchcraft.
Oh, dog.
What do you mean? Casper's into witchcraft?
Oh, dog, he's into everything. Anything. Any and dog. Those
I see this one. I don't know if I can.
I had a vision while praying. I saw like witchcraft in the spirit. Some people planning to take this artist down. It's aka Super Mega. They wanted to see him get shot dead. I saw him around Durban 2023, just before March, getting shot, but it looks like witchcraft or Satanism related. I saw like 5 or 6 bullets.
Made by both of them. He went on to say, nice night, tag his bitch ass all day, tell him to sign and stop being a morphe. So we can tell that these tweets are from last night, and AKA is pushing for this to happen, going as far as saying, hey, anyone who gets in contact with a Cassper, please tell him to tag. This was a tweet that really got to me, guys. He said, somebody please tell and tag Utibip that his father is a deadbeat dad for allowing him to drop out of high school, and his mother is just as bad for allowing it. Sign the contract immediately.
Disrespects your parents like that as a man. It's obviously something that,
I do feel that he took it a little bit to the next level, bringing your parents and everything else.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be able ever to like forgive, or you know what I mean. So I wouldn't be able ever to like forgive, or you know what I mean. So.
Vault opening. Welcome to the vault. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle and this is the vault. Well, I'm actually in my bedroom having a very lazy day because I've been on the internet this whole time. What happened this past Friday, it has shook everyone to the core, and that's the passing of AKA, right? Condolences to his family and fans and friends and just to everyone, wow, this is actually so deep. I've been thinking about this, like I can't stop thinking about it. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, but it's so scary because it was AKA. I get it, people die every day, but like, or maybe it was the manner in which he passed away. I can't seem to shake it. I feel like maybe if I can just cry, I've been hoping that I would cry, I would feel better. You know when you just release? Because I feel so emotional. Like I feel so emotional. Okay, let's put that aside. I'm doing this video because I've been going down this rabbit hole, right? Once the investigator in me starts, it's like I can't switch it off. You know that saying, Yamadoda pale. It means that like a beef or a fight between men doesn't really end. In fact, when does it end? Because they hold on. I don't know. So it's been playing in my head. Beef between men really doesn't end. It doesn't finish, They really don't make nice, especially if there's been instances where someone is poking at someone or just Guys, you know what it is. You know you know how it goes down. Or until the two men that are beefing kind of beat each other up by kipaninkani, like, to finally just settle it, to show who is the bigger man type of situation. But then I'm like, okay, if that's the situation with AKA, you then ask yourself, which man? If you know, you know. And then it led me down this rabbit hole of Cassper Nyovest. I've done 2 or 3 other videos about Cassper Nyovest and his connection to these celebrities that keep on passing away. I find it so weird, guys. I don't know, it bothers me, I'm not trying to point the fingers at anyone. I'm just saying that situation just bothers me. Guess what? Ricky Rick passed away last year, the exact same day that AKA passed away. That's already strange on its own, right? There was a prophecy about AKA passing away. And in that prophecy, that prophet person had said that he sees some kind of witchcraft in the situation. Like there's some satanic something surrounding AKA's passing. Okay. Ricky Rick passed away a year ago, the exact same day that AKA passes away. These two people had some kind of friction with none other than Cassper Nyovest. Cassper Nyovest has been said to be intertwined with occultic things. And then it's a year to the date. And you know how these occultic sacrifice things go. The very next year, you have to offer another sacrifice. Or at any point. But the very next year, you sacrifice. You must sacrifice again to give an offering to these things that these people pray to. Note has said that Cassper Nyovest is involved in the occult and these things. Cassper Nyovest and AKA had a beef. People that have beefs or situations with Cassper Nyovest, or people that are linked to people that have beefs with Cassper Nyovest, keep passing away. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Why? Ricky, well, the way I see it, Ricky Rick was a lesser, if it is true, apparently, allegedly, would have been a lesser sacrifice, but a sacrifice nonetheless, because he was also quite big. AKA is a greater sacrifice because he was even bigger. And it's 1 year later. AKA and Cassper Nyovest have been beefing for a very long time. And they are madoda pale. And every single time, in fact, every single time Cassper Nyovest is intertwined in some kind of drama, he's always the victim. And he's always the guy that's trying to be like, no, backing off. However, I saw another video of another guy saying that Cassper Nyovest plays it as if he's the innocent guy. Whereas they were at some event and Cassper Nyovest approached this guy with his bodyguards and stuff, and he wanted to, cause raras with that guy, break his camera, what have you. Apparently they even had a case. Maybe you should watch it.
But when me and Cassper had our altercation at the SA Hip Hop Awards, I came out and I simply told you guys that, Cassper came out, a few years back and complained that AKA slapped him. And, he comes up to me at the Sahars and he was acting all tough, pushing me around and saying all sorts of things, trying to break my camera, trying to beat me up and, basically ordering his team, to act violently towards me. And ordering his team, to act violently towards me. And
Cassper Nyovest and AKA were supposed to have that fight. And then some time ago, AKA was saying that Cassper Nyovest doesn't want to sign the contract. And they were both supposed to make money in the mills, like 5 to 8 mil each. But he had said that Cassper Nyovest didn't want to sign. And when he was busy ranting, and I don't know if he was Instagramming or he was tweeting, he then swore at Cassper Nyovest's mother and father. And we all know how Cassper Nyovest feels about anyone swearing at his parents. Anybody would feel really bad and angry, but like, that happened. And he never got over that. He actually literally said that he will never forgive AKA for that.
Disrespects your parents like that as a man is obviously something that, I'm not.
I do feel that he took it a little bit to the next level, bringing your parents and everything else.
Yeah, but definitely, I wouldn't be able ever to like forgive or, you know what I mean? So.
And then Patrick Shy also said something about, or dissed Cassper Nyovest's mother, and a few days later, he's gone. Cassper Nyovest once said that AKA's friends pulled a Glock on him in his face and he walked away.
I went to the toilet. When I came back, he was in there. So as I'm coming back, his homie just pulls out a gat and puts it in my face. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So
now,
I turned around.
Was that like a self-defense move? They thought you were coming for him? Or
no, like, I'm not a violent dude. Like, I'm from the hood and I lived that life when I was a kid, but I'm not a violent dude. So I didn't even start anything. I walked in, there was a gun in my face. I thought about it, I turned around and I walked home.
And then it was said that AKA once slapped Cassper Nyovest at an event and Cassper Nyovest walked away.
You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, he slapped me in the club. I put it on the social media just so that when reporters report about this thing, they should know that I wasn't fighting with nobody.
Every single time, Cassper Nyovest is the one that's walking away and just quietly explaining things online like, oh, this is actually the real truth. You see, those kind of people that don't really fight the good fight back or speak their mind, these things they harbor and they brew inside of them. These are the most dangerous people. Not to say that Cassper Nyovest is dangerous, but I'm just saying these are the most dangerous people because they harbor that hate and that resentment inside of them, capable of anything. And we all know that AKA was the better rapper, was the better everything. But AKA was the better rapper, better everything. But Cassper Nyovest, for some reason, always tried to paint himself as better. Like he was always trying to one-up AKA. And he knew deep down inside that AKA was the super mega. Like, he was really, really super. He would never be able to become like AKA or live up to AKA's name. And every single time there was some kind of live in-your-face drama between the two, it seems like it is actually, in fact, that Cassper Nyovest is the one that always walks away. And then he goes onto Twitter to explain, like, you see, I'm not the bad guy. AKA like he's always messing with me. And I'm trying to stay away from the drama. And he always speaks about how he doesn't like violence. Right? Okay. But then that guy, where Cassper Nyovest was trying to fight him and trying to get his camera and what have you, said that Cassper Nyovest got all up in his face with his people and bodyguards trying to beat him up. They were trying to get violence. And he said that Cassper Nyovest actually told his people to get this guy. But Cassper Nyovest claims that he's not a violent guy. Okay, fine. Isn't it weird? Like he's painted this image of, oh, everybody bullies me. I'm the victim. I'm doing nothing. It's everybody else. It's not me. Right? I feel like that has just always been a strategy. Because who will suspect the one that is always being victimized? As a matter of fact, on the internet, people say that Cassper Nyovest is the most bullied South African artist or whatever. And I'm like, what? Wait. He does it to himself. Okay. I feel like Cassper Nyovest has just been bubbling and brewing these ill feelings towards AKA for so many years, because let's face it, in every single situation, AKA has literally embarrassed the shit out of Cassper Nyovest. Like, I even said in one of my videos, AKA doesn't see Cassper Nyovest for shit. I'm mourning, like, he ain't shit to him, and it feels like Cassper Nyovest is just always trying to scratch and claw and be on that level with AKA, always competing with AKA, you know. So that time when they were gonna do the fight, apparently Cassper didn't want to sign, and that's when AKA was poking at him, and then he swore at his mother and his father, you know. And then all of a sudden, Cassper Nyovest, when he started fighting Abo Slick Talk, for fighting all these people, he's been trying to push to fight AKA and get him in the ring, and now he's saying AKA is the one that doesn't want to fight. And I bet you now, from that 5 to 8 more that was promised to them, the money must have increased. But I feel like AKA has got to that point where he was like, he's not even worth it. I don't want to fight. Actually, I don't see this guy for shit. I don't have to prove anything. I am better than Cassper Nyovest. I feel like that's how AKA genuinely in his heart felt. And he just thought that Cassper Nyovest was like a clown, a wannabe, a groupie, you know, like insignificant. And that made Cassper Nyovest feel very, very hurt and angry. You can only imagine the things that he's thinking when he's sitting alone at home about AKA.
And so, on the 14th of October, just before 7 p.m., Cassper Nyovest posted a picture of AKA holding Biliato on his Twitter with a caption introducing the new brand ambassador of Biliato, mix it with lemonade. Around the same time, that same post was then posted on all his social media platforms, including Facebook and Instagram, and it created some confusion. Some people immediately noticed it was fake because it had a hybrid tag, whereas a lot of people who don't even know who or what hybrid is or even see the tag started resharing the announcement as if it was real. Moments later, AKA came out with a statement saying that picture was manipulated, and considering his partnership with Cruz, Cassper's announcement was ill-considered. And since then, there's been an interesting legal debate around intellectual property, specifically as in if Cassper Nyovest can actually be sued and the chances of that lawsuit actually being successful.
Okay. AKA didn't want to fight. That must have angered Cassper Nyovest. Actually, now you don't want to fight me. And like I said, that's the way men settle their differences. If you really want to show up who's the man, the bigger man, fight, you know what I mean? If they ever did fight, that fight was going to go to the left because too many emotions were involved. Like, I feel like Cassper Nyovest, it wasn't just a hip-hop, we are competitors type of beef. It was a real beef, like Tupac and Biggie type of situation. Because apparently, like I said, Cassper, AKA's people once put a Glock on Cassper. Cassper walked away. AKA slapped Cassper in the face in public. Then there was that issue where recently when Cassper Nyovest, AKA was performing, Cassper Nyovest was there, and AKA once again embarrassed him. He embarrassed him, saying composure and doing that hoo-ha, dissing him from the interview that Cassper Nyovest had done. Do you understand how AKA, he's been like dissing and making Cassper Nyovest look bad, but in a funny way. I feel like deep down inside, Cassper Nyovest has been saying that he doesn't mind. It's just hip-hop, but in the dark by himself, he's probably scrolling online, looking at his pictures like, I hate this man. Nimutans of this thing.
Get ahead like this, let's go. To anybody hating on you this year, say woo-ha! Say woo-ha!
Connect to the heart like the medulla.
I'm telling you guys, I just really feel that way, right? Cassper man always keeps on saying he's not a violent guy. But then the dates, man. All the people that Cassper, it was Ricky, it was Patrick Shy, it was Nelly Tembe. Okay, here's the catcher, yeah? Ricky Rick passed away, suicide. Nelly Tembe passed away, apparently suicide. So it's 2 suicides. Yeah? People that maybe pissed Cassper Nyovest off because he had a fight apparently with Ricky, and then obviously Nelly Tembe was the love of AKA's life, so it would make sense for, and then apparently DJ Somebody also connected to Cassper. Apparently Cassper owed him money, and then DJ Somebody was in the Biliato ad. Who knows what that was about, right? It was gunned down, and now AKA was gunned down. It's like whoever's doing this dark stuff is getting bolder and bolder. I'm telling you. And isn't that what everybody's been saying? These people are getting bolder. Hey, one. So 2 suicides, 2 people gunned down. And it's elevating, it's escalating. And it's becoming even more bigger stars. It's becoming even more bigger stars. All these people are connected to Cassper Nyovest. I don't know. I just feel like AKA should have never sworn at his mother and father. I think when you touch Cassper Nyovest's family, you cross the line. Watlanya, like, because guys, look at the way Cassper Nyovest acts. It's just in life. Look at the show off. He's like a little kid. Gary, his brain is not fully developed. It's just my opinion. He likes to show off and I'm so rich. Like, a lot of rich people don't do that. They don't do that. God, he has a point to prove to everyone. And he comes from nothing. You know his life story. You've heard it. So it's like he has to prove this point. He has to make people see him as this big shot. But then you look at him, the way he speaks, the way he behaves. God, he's not his own. Like, like a little kid, showing off. He has to prove a point. And it seemed like to me, like every time when it came to the beef with AKA, he always had to prove a point that he was better than AKA. He could fill up the dome. You understand? It's always something. He has to do something bigger and better than AKA. He had to. Doesn't have that problem now, does he? Anymore. I'm just saying. All the people, not all the people, some people, let me put it that way, connected in some way to Cassper Nyovest are gone. 2 suicides, how convenient. And they both, apparently hung themselves. It's the same style. 2 people gunned down, also connected to Cassper Nyovest in a way, shot by assassins. Same style. And then on the anniversary of the one, a year later, the next person is getting eliminated. Another big superstar. Guys, we did this game last year. We played this game last year. Don't you feel like you're living in a loop where a big South African celebrity dies? Rapper that has beef with Cassper? Hi, where? Nah. No, guys. Now, let me just clarify. Before we go anywhere, I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. I mean, everybody has been speculating. We're all formulating our own opinions and stories, trying to put the puzzle pieces together because we really don't know. But we're not definitively blaming anyone. We're just saying, look at the history of these people. In my first video about the situation, I also mentioned the rich man's daughter. Some people are saying that's a possibility. Who knows? Nobody knows. But I have a feeling that these people are going to get caught. And the mastermind behind it all is actually going to be found. I don't know. I have this feeling that this one, it's going to come out. And also another thing is, there's a song called Dust Goes to Dust or something. Yeah, Cassper Nyovest. He was so angry in that song, and he was dissing AKA. And then he said in the song, when you're not around, Tibbs, it says something like Tibbs speaks shit about you behind your back. Tibbs, the other guy, the friend that also got taken out.
Cause teams is always talking shit about you when you not there. The rest of you other niggas who never get a reply. Just concentrate on your careers, you never see my demise. Boy, I'm ghost.
So, and then some people are like, oh no, what if Tibbs knew about it? But then, because they say that the assassins came back. That's when Tips caught the bullets. I don't know how that played out. Because we saw AKA going down. And the other people just dispersed and ran. What if Cassper Nyovest was right about Tips? But then they took out Tips because you can't leave evidence. Isn't it just what a coincidence that Tibbs was at the thing, was at the next door. He was next door the restaurant that AKA was at. What a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, by the way. And then that hug when he was spinning AKA around, like it looked like he was positioning him. So what if he knew? But then they were like, this one, collateral. Masimsusa naye. Basuse bonke. Whoever ordered the thing. Ew. Wow. Anyway, guys, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. I'm just saying, isn't it weird? Like, I'm sure some of you guys have thought about it, right? I'm pretty damn sure that some of you guys have thought about it too. It's just like, how some things are like kind of sort of right in your face. But, we just choose not to believe. I'm telling you. This one that is acting victim all the time. In the dark. They are busy brewing something. You've seen the movies. Couldn't do it off. Anyway, guys. I was just saying. But like I said, I'm not blaming anyone. If you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And guys, I really need you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about my theory? Because I've been pondering on this. I've gone down this rabbit hole. And I'm just like, namara, guys. Yamato Taipeli. And AKA was like, really, this beef thing, he's always been embarrassing. Cassper made him feel like less of a man. Honestly. And anybody that says something about him or that beefs with him, why do they perish? Why? And then he perishes in Durban, which obviously is going to make people think that the rich man's daughter's family had something to do with it. What a perfect distraction, decoy. And once again, I'm not saying anybody did it or I know who did it. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't that be the perfect decoy? To make it look like, he's in Durban. Because, AK has been in Durban before. And if there were people tailing him all this time, they could have taken him out a long time ago. Tips was in the restaurant next door. How convenient. Then they had that little spin around session of that hug. Guys, couldn't do it off. And I can't wait till the truth is revealed. And I'm telling you, in this case, the truth is going to be revealed. The real person behind it all is going to be exposed. And everybody's going to be like, Just watch. Okay, guys, let me go. Bye. Let me know what you guys actually think in the comment section. Am I crazy? Is my mind doing, what's this? Some acrobatic shit on me again? Or am I onto something there? Does men's beef end? Because there's something about embarrassment and shaming a man that's gonna push him to the edge, especially when that man will never be as great as you. And that's the fact. Cassper Nyovest would never be as great as AKA. Never. There was one super mega, and that was super mega. And now he's gone. Who's gonna take the throne? There's only one other person. But of course, I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just saying, right? Anyway, you guys, bye.